Hello there, just watching where I'm walking. It's Saturday afternoon, 2:15. I'm just up at the Langleyford Valley and I'm going to go walk up the Carey burn and I'm going to try and find that green looking little oasis I spotted on my last hill camp. That was the camp I called the 353 hill. So I spotted this beautiful green looking bit of land amongst some trees. I'm going to have a walk up there because it's all going to be wet and overcast anyway, so it doesn't matter if there's no views because I'll probably stay down low. If there's nowhere to camp there, I'll backtrack my steps and I'm going to go up Watch Hill. That's the hill next to the 353. But looking forward to it. I've been laid up for a bit. On my last coastal camp with my son where we did the fishing, I returned the week after. I had a full backpack, and I mean like 17 kilos, and I thought, oh, you know, we'll try and get over the rocks and we'll get to a bit deeper water to try and get some better fish. Well, I was only about 4 foot off the ground climbing over these rocks, and a bit of rock give way, flat on my back, flying through the air. Luckily I got the rucksack on, but I landed on my coccyx, that little bone right at the bottom of your spine by your bottom. My word, pain is not the word. Even walking the dogs was trouble. I was sitting on a blooming kid's floaty swimming pool ring at home. It was that sore. So it just goes to show, you think you're safe, you think you're competent, you know, you are if nothing goes wrong. One little slip and it all goes to pot. So I had 2 or 3 weeks recovering from that, and then last week we had the family holiday abroad, so that's fully healed it now. So I feel 100%. I've got no pain, so I've been looking forward to this camp. But the motto is, if you're going to go over the rocks, I don't know. I've never slipped on rocks. I've done high rocks all my life. I've done Crib Goch, Snowdon Horseshoe many times. I've scrambled all over the place. And this was just 4 or 5 foot off the floor. But it was one slip, bang, that's it. Things could so very nearly change with one accident. Crazy. But there you have it. So, it's been raining all weekend, sodden. So I've got a bivvy under tent. We'll see how we get on. Even in the overcast weather, you can't tire of these places. It's absolutely impossible. It's so beautiful. Absolutely stunning valley. Beautiful. Water's got some flow on it. I did this video a few weeks back, so I'm not going to do too much. It was only at the start of August and I came on this walk. Well, I think it was around the start of August when I did the burn. And I was looking at these little pools on the stream thinking, I'll bring a dapping rod up and I'll have a go for the trout. Lovely clear water. And now, looks like I've missed it. It's all coloured because of the amount of rain we've had. It's not going to clear up again now. This will be the colour it stays now, unfortunately. So, obviously I had that injury, so it's not really my fault I missed it. Just had to put it down to experience. This is the bit where you have to pick yourself up along the side of the screen. Obviously a month ago I'd said no chance of slipping here, mate. Too sure-footed I am. Well, I'll be a bit more careful this time after that last little trip up the coast. But it's stunning. Absolutely beautiful. You wouldn't get much sleep if you slept by the stream tonight. Just look at it. And that's just a week's worth of rain. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely sound of the water. Beautiful. So there's Broadstruther up there. There's Broadstruther. And the little wood I fancied is just there. So I'm going to have a walk along, see what it's like. If it's no good, I'm going to go back to Watch Hill. Beautiful little valley. A couple of nice footbridges. Lovely. It'll take me a minute to have a look in there. This is one of the many stalking trails over the hill. Goes between all the grouse butts and that. There's Watch Hill up there. That's the one I'll go to if I can't get anything in this wood. So much for my little green oasis. It would look bright green in the distance. It's not really suitable for camping. So looks like there's the crags I camped on 353. So looks like I'm back to the hill over there. Oh well, it was worth a look. Well, so much for my little oasis what I was looking forward to camping in. So I've got a good mile now to get back to my preferred location, Watch Hill. But I'm just going to put everything away and crack on. I'll just put my head down and just do a quick slog. Double speed. It's getting me fitness back today anyway, because most of this has been on the flat along this bit. But still enjoying it, cracking. The way the weather's going, I'll be having me bivvy up. Never mind the little tent. I've got my Alp Kit Hunker bivvy, my small magic carpet, and I've also got the Vango F10 helium tent. That's only 1.2 kilos or 1.3. And the bivvy and the tarp is 400, so I've still got way under 2 kilos for shelter, and I've got the choice between the two. So it's quite cracking. I'm going to put this away now because I'm really going to put my foot down. Look at that nice valley there. Well, there's the hill I'm heading for, just up there. So with the crags, hopefully I'll be able to get up to that one quick. That Watch Hill looks nice up there. Nice few crags and that. So he's up there. So I've got to drop down through this little young oak woodland, back down to the valley down there. And I think the path that circles up round Watch Hill is the other side of these trees, but it's still going to need a clamber up, because I can't possibly get up that over there. It's just solid scree. It's looks an awkward one to get up actually. Looks like this is going to be one of those one step forward, one step up paths. Really steep. Here's where we've come from, right in the distance up there. You can just see Broadstruther, the house there. So I've gone all that way and all that way back. And now I can't get up this hill. So it's all heathered off. I'll see what I can find further up. Looks like my favourite type of terrain now to get there. Basically no path. Ridiculous. Look, all tussocks and blooming lumps. I'm determined to get up there though. Might get Broadstruther up there, and the little woods where I was earlier. That's where I thought there's a nice little oasis, but not to worry. I'm coming to this one instead. Oh dear. when you're up close, they're not really crags at all, they're just rocks. But I suppose a crag is a rock. So here's the crags up closer. They look far bigger and much taller when you're on the other hills. I think these are the main ones here. There's the valley, the Carey Burn Valley down there. Beautiful. I can see me having to use the tent tonight because it's raining a fair bit. I suppose these are a bit bigger here. We'll have a look. I mean, look at this. Carey Burn, Jeebid, Hedge Hope, Broad Struther. Oh, it's amazing. Even in this weather. I've only got my t-shirt on. I'll have to get my tent done quick. Here's the rest of the crags and this angle. I think I'll have to pitch somewhere down here. Just starting to, it's really heavy now, rain. Got myself a nice little pitch. It's not that flat, but I really struggled to find somewhere flat up here. I mean, there's your crags, and if we spin it round, it's a cracking view. Cracking view. I'll show you what I'm doing for food. Nothing fancy on the food front. I've got me containers for water. Got a container of coffee. Chicken curry and rice, wayfarers. I've got a mug shot for later. A snack, some porridge for the morning, a few bits of coffee and that. And different drinks. And that's it. It's just, I'm trying to have a nice lightweight camp. Saying that, it was still 14 kilos. And there's the F1 helium. Nice light tent. I use a peg on the door because this causes it to flap. But surprisingly roomy. You can actually get me mat in here. I shall show you. See, there's that end. And that end there. So there's actually room either side. You can stretch your sleeping bag out and your pillow. This is a beautiful hill in itself. I mean, there's another one up there you can climb to. It's just started to rain now. I'll try and get up on the top before I put my coat on. It's raining quite a lot. Obviously, because it's going to be so wet tonight, I'll give the bivvy a miss. I've got the bivvy with me and the little magic carpet. But I thought the tent would be the way forward tonight. It's light enough to carry it all. But what I'm actually after is a one-man tent that I could fit in comfortably with a bit more space. That mat of mine is an X-Ped 3R, long and wide. So it's 197 centimetres long, 65 centimetres wide and 7 deep. My sleeping bag's 235, but obviously that just curls up on your body. And I'm 6'3". So I need a tent with a bit of room top and bottom. I mean, this little lightweight tent here actually gives you a little bit of space either end. But the MSR is the best by far so far for me because you've got the vertical end walls. But the MSR is next to useless in the Cheviots because it just folds in. It just can't handle the weather. Next to useless. I've got the Van Gogh Pro Mirage. That's 3 kilos. That's a 3-pole tent, and that's rock solid. That's me windy weather tent. But is there a tent I could use for most of the time that's actually big enough to get in? I really don't know. A Bisco 1 light, full Raven, a Bisco 1 light. Could that be the one? Well, that's not much similar to the Hillyberg Acto. I really don't know. So at the moment, I'm just going to stick with what I've got. The Southern Cross tent, everybody seems to be buying at the minute. But again, for me, it's got curved walls at either end. So it means your feet or your head will be brushing the fabric if you're tall. They just don't make tents for tall people. On somebody's advice online, I tried the Nordisk Svalbard 1, but it's got a weird shaped footprint, and I was a bit sceptical, so I emailed them. But I'd already sent for the tent. I emailed Nordisk, and then I finally got a reply back saying, no, your mat won't fit in that, it needs to be like a mummy shaped mat. And that little tent, 2 kilos, and it actually withstands hurricane force winds, so for the Chivas it would have been spot on. The only drawback was it was inner pitch first, but because it can't fit me mat, it's no good. I'm not changing my mat to a skinny mat. I like a nice big wide mat so I can get comfy. That's what I like, and that's what I'm going to keep. So any suggestions for a tent that would fit tall person on a big mat, gratefully received. I'm going to have my tea now. See you later. No sunset tonight, but some nice red skies. I mean, that's a beautiful piece of sky over there. I mean, look at that. Fabulous. And they're just popping the heads out, aren't they, the hills? The Cheviot up there. Nearly dark now. There's the valley. Beautiful. Not much to do at this time of the year, but just get in your tent, really. Just a quick video with the lights before I get my head down. If you look down this end of the tent, there's plenty of room for my feet. And if we look up at the head end, the mat's not touching at that end either. So, although I'm after another one-man tent with more space, this is a good little tent. There's just no room to really get dressed or do anything else. And the porch is very small in this tent, just the width of a pair of boots. But it's a great little tent. But if I can't replace it with something suitable, I'll just keep this one. But we'll have a quick look at it there. It's just starting to get dark now. The camera makes it look brighter than it is. But before I get my head down, just a little mention. Can't really not mention it, can we? The royal family. Regardless of your own personal opinion, I think it's a great personal shame, and she's been a lovely woman. She's no scandals, nothing, just a nice family woman who's worked hard all her life, doing what's required of her. Let's hope Charlie carries on in the same tradition. It's a lovely morning to wake up to. We've still got the moon out up there. All the summits of the Cheviots have got no clouds on. So anybody on Hedgehope or Cheviot last night, it would have cleared. Well, it would have cleared this morning for them. And we come round. Beautiful. Bit of a cloud inversion going on in the distance. And if we look at the sky here, it's tremendous. Got all that red in the sky again. It's lovely. Look at that. Lovely. There we go. That's where I did my cooking. And that's where the tent was. Leave no trace as always. Leave no trace. Let's have another look at this view before we set off. Because it is tremendous this morning. There's your peaks. Right, so I'm going to set off back to the car now. This is a lovely little camp, this was. This was called Watch Hill. Somewhere I've not camped before, but when you look at those hills behind, It's beautiful, isn't it? Cheviot and Hedgehope and that. What a lovely place to come and have a night. So I might see you on the way down to the car. On the way back to the car, when you look up, the crags look really impressive. But actually they're quite small because we've been by them. But you've got to explore these places to find out what you like. It's a lovely hill for a camp though, plenty of nice flat spots. I'm glad I did it. Look at this. Wow. And there's our valley for the trip back down to the car. Beautiful. All the heathers are turning now, the ferns, the brackens. We won't have much longer now to contend with this chest high wet foliage. Just as powerful as yesterday, yet we've had no more, well, just bits of rain really. I see the froth is forming shapes, almost like lilies. Well, that's me back at the car. I've enjoyed that. It's been a lovely little camp just for one night. So I started off to go and find that green area I spotted on another camp. And when I finally got there, it was just all fresh bracken, so nowhere really to camp. So I backtracked and went up Watch Hill, a hill I've not camped on before, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'll see you on the next one.